Well, good afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Rich Fields in the 10 Tampa Bay Weather Center. Going to update you on today's forecast. Some volatile storms last night, especially along the coast, and we're going to talk about that and also the propensity for more shower and thunderstorm activity later on today. I'm monitoring the 10 Tampa Bay Facebook page. If you have questions or comments, by all means, you can chime in there. And we will go from there. All right, first of all, let's start with currents. Daytime temperature right now at 90 degrees. We're looking for a daytime high today at 92. We actually topped out at 96 yesterday for the daytime high out at the airport. That actually tied a record at 96 degrees, so no record-breaking heat, but still nonetheless, 96 degrees is warm for us here in the Tampa Bay, especially with the humidity, the influx of moisture being pushed up from the southern regions. Let me step through a little bit for you and take a look at the observed rainfall from last night. Take a look at some of the totals. Look at Davis Islands in the downtown Tampa area, almost 2¼ inches of rain broke out anywhere from, depending on where you lived, anywhere from 8:30 to 9:30 or so for the beginning of the storms. About 9 o'clock, I think everybody along the coast really got hit pretty hard. Out at the airport, 1.65 inches of rain. Clearwater Airport reporting only 0.17 inches of rain. I live out in Clearwater Beach. Let me tell you something. Clearwater Beach got hammered last night. I mean hammered for a good hour. It poured and poured and poured. Let me step through some other stuff for you. Here's the radar from last night. Backed up to from 5 o'clock till about 11:45. Did we lose our picture? Indeed we did. There it is, it's back. She's being wonky on me today. Take a look at the shower and thunderstorm activity that blew through last night, mainly at about 9 o'clock. Let me stop this right as it was over the Tampa Bay area and even back it up a little bit and take a look at the timing of things last night. Check it out. Lake Placid, Arcadia, about 6:15. Lots of lightning strikes into Sarasota, Bradenton, the Duet area, up into St. Petersburg, Riverview, Tampa, Carrollwood, about 8:55. And then on into Pinellas County at about 9:10, 9:15. By 9:35, it was just pouring out there on Clearwater Beach. Let me back up the satellite radar. This is a current look for you right now. You can see the stream of moisture through the South Florida area and some spotty shower and thunderstorm activity starting to pop up through the spine of the state. That's really what we're expecting later on this afternoon for those to really intensify and bring us some fairly decent rainfall again later on tonight. Let me back out and show you this as well. This is the movement of the tropical moisture. You've got an area of high pressure out in the Atlantic, and the circulation around a high is always in a clockwise rotation. So that rotation is bringing up that tropical moisture in sort of a southeast fashion right into the Florida Peninsula. That interacting with some winds, certainly the sea breezes from both the Atlantic pushing it inland. You can see by 3:40 this afternoon, things are going to start sparking off from Sebring through Lakeland on up into the Crystal River area and much of the Nature Coast. By 5:35, you can see how everything's really lined up against the coast as that easterly push really has a lot more momentum behind it than the Gulf sea breeze, at least for today. And this is how it happened yesterday. This is a typical summertime pattern for us here in Florida. If you've lived here for any amount of time, you recognize this from previous weathercasts. So by 5:30, it looks like anywhere from Naples all the way up through Crystal River, we should see some kind of storm activity. 6 o'clock, looking at the Sarasota, Bradenton area, some decent cells there, and then on into the greater Tampa Bay area, northern Tampa through Oldsmar. By 8:15, one cell left through downtown Tampa, much of Hillsborough County, and on into Pinellas County as well. And after that, we clear out nicely overnight and into the early morning hours of tomorrow, 7 a.m. tomorrow. Clear skies, certainly for the Tampa Bay area and the viewing area of 10 Tampa Bay, but we'll put it back into motion. You can see by Wednesday, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, much of the same conditions start lining up again. So this is it, folks. We're looking for daytime highs, low to mid 90s for the foreseeable future, and a very decent chance of rain coming our way every single day. One more day left in hurricane season. Hurricane season starts tomorrow, June 1st. It lasts until November 30th. Always easy for me to remember. That's my birthday, November 30th. I should throw a big party for the Weather Center and all the meteorologists on November 30th. Remnants of Agatha, no longer a tropical storm, tropical depression, no longer a hurricane. Sustained winds now at 30 miles an hour, moving northeast at about 8 miles an hour, crossing the Yucatan Peninsula, or nearing the Yucatan Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico. And the latest from the National Weather Service has the probability of what was Agatha, no longer Agatha, by the way. We're dropping the name Agatha. It is just a regular low pressure system. If it enters the Gulf, it will be the first named storm of the season for the Atlantic Basin, and that will be Alex. Right now, the National Hurricane Center out of Miami has the remnants of Agatha at a 10% chance of development into a tropical storm or depression in the next 2 days. However, they have a 60% chance of the remnants of Agatha developing in the next 5 days. So let's talk about the projected paths of what we can expect out of Agatha. I know you're just seeing some squiggly lines on the screen right now. The yellow lines, did we lose our picture again? The yellow lines are the Euro model. This thing is wonky today. There we go. The yellow lines are the Euro model. The white lines are the GFS model. I'm going to put it into motion and watch how things start changing. The yellow X, obviously the Euro model. The white X, the GFX model. You can see by Saturday, the Euro models have whatever the remnants of Agatha will be over the state of Florida. The GFS has it skirting the southern edge of Florida between Cuba and the Keys by Saturday at 3 o'clock. Nonetheless, we're going to keep an eye on it here at 10 Tampa Bay for you and let you know exactly what's happening. Putting things into motion by Sunday and on into Monday, this particular low pressure system as it is now, or the remnants of Agatha, will have moved out into the Atlantic, and it will be a moot point after that, at least for us here in the Tampa Bay area. So try to always stay ahead of the storms. You can download the 10 Tampa Bay app by scanning the QR code on your screen. Hard to do if you're on your phone right now, I understand that, but nonetheless, you can go to 10tampabay.com. You can pick up the app there as well, or you can go to your smartphone's app store and just type in 10 Tampa Bay and pick up the app. It's absolutely free, folks, and you should really have it. It's got a fantastic radar on there. Next 12 hours for us here in the Tampa Bay area, you can see we're going to top out today in the low to mid 90s. We're forecasting 92 for the daytime high today, but still a good 50%, 60% chance of rain in the 4 through 6 o'clock hours, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Last night, let me just throw this out as a caveat. Last night, the Futurecast products were showing that storm activity was going to pop up like today. They're showing anywhere from 3 to 6 o'clock, and things really didn't start bubbling until late, till 8, 9 o'clock last night. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Right now we're going to stick with what the models are showing, and that could be early pop-up shower and thunderstorm activity, but it may be a little later than you see on your screen right now. Marine forecast, east-northeast winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 feet or less, Bay and inland waters at a moderate chop. Look at the Gulf temperature. This is locals type of stuff, man. We're talking 86 right now for a Gulf water temperature. That's fantastic. And as you see by the shot from Clearwater Beach, there's some clouds starting to develop. 7-day forecast. So 92 is our projected daytime high for today, with that 60% chance of thunderstorm activity popping up. Some of it could be volatile again. There was pea-sized hail in some of last night's storms, indicating how high these overshooting tops are blowing up really high. To start picking up hail and frozen water, we're talking about some really good cells involved there. So we could see the same thing tonight. 75 for the overnight low, 92 again for the daytime high tomorrow, with a 50% chance of rain. We have a little bit of dry air that's going to move into the area, and that may help us with regard to the remnants of Agatha as well. There's a ridge of high pressure developing above the state of Florida. That ridge could also push the remnants of Agatha further south, like the GFS model was showing us. And so our rain chances go down a little bit for Thursday, 30% chance of rain on Thursday, 40% chance of rain on Friday. And you can see we're going to keep a chance of rain in the forecast really through the period. I mean, this is it. This is the summertime pattern that we're in, with daytime high temperatures also through the extended foreseeable future in the low 90s as well. So that's a quick update from us here at 10 Tampa Bay. We're on all the time, so keep your phones on there. Make sure you go to our website, 10tampabay.com, click subscribe so you always get an update and an alert. Go to our Facebook page, the 10 Tampa Bay Facebook page if you haven't already found it. If you're watching us on YouTube, because we're also broadcasting live on YouTube as well, subscribe to that. You'll get updates there. If you're on YouTube right now, click the little subscribe button, and you'll get updates on YouTube as well.